This tutorial is based on a few requests I've received on how to change some of the settings in Outlook Mail. One of the settings that some people wanted me to look at are the reply settings. So what I'll do is I will open up an email, and some people are a little bit frustrated with the fact that sometimes I think it's automatically set to reply all. And so if you wanted to reply to one person and all of a sudden you're sending an email out to the entire school, it's just easier to, deal with, not have to monitor it every time you respond to something. So what I did is I changed mine to just reply. If you want to change yours just to reply to one person and then have to select reply all, kind of like basically the way normal email works. I think ours default is reply all. All I have to do is come over here to the reply settings, click on the arrow, and then it says reply, reply all, or forward, which you can obviously manually do. But if you're responding to a lot of emails, what you can do is you can change the default. And so when you come down here to the default, you can either choose reply or reply all. And then once you choose that default, it'll change right here. So I like keeping mine at reply and then toggling reply all if I want to reply to everybody, because I just don't want to make the mistake of replying to the entire school when I was just meant to reply to one person. The other thing that some people wanted me to look at were how to create some rules for weeding some of our emails out. And that is, if you get a ton of emails from, let's say, like Google Classroom, and they're cluttering up your email inbox, or you get, any type of junk mail or anything like that, there's a couple of ways to go about doing this. One thing that you can do is open the email, come over here to the arrow, and then what you can do is you can mark emails as junk or phishing. And then see right here, it says delete all messages from my PD admin. So what you can do is you can delete all messages from a certain domain, or you can just mark them as junk and phishing. And then those messages will, from that point forward, go into your junk mail or phishing folder, which means they won't show up in your inbox and clutter it up. But there is another way to do this if you want to save those emails and not delete them. What you can do is if you right click on the email, you have all these options. One thing that you can do is you can create a rule. And what I've done, which really helps, is I get a lot of like messages from our Alludo PD game. And so you can see right here in my inbox, if I scroll down, it says Alludo tasks, and I've got a bunch of emails in there reminding me to go into the Alludo game and approve tasks in there. The way that I was able to do that is just to create a rule. So every time I get something from Alludo, that anything that comes from no reply at alludolearning.com, it throws it into this special folder. And that way it keeps it separately from everything else. Okay, so all you do is you right click, then you scroll all the way down to create rule. And then what comes up is the specifics of your rule. So it says move messages from my PD admin. That's the one I'm looking at. And it was received from them, and it was sent to me, and it includes, this stuff in the subject. You don't have to pick anything for that. You can be as specific or as non-specific as you want. So basically, by eliminating that, all I want is all my emails from my PD admin to me, okay, to do something. And what I want them to do is, it says do all of the following: move the message to the folder, okay. And what I can do is I can just select a folder that I want, to go to. I can create a new folder and then have all those messages that come in go into that one folder. Or I could have them go into multiple folders by adding an action. And so I can do that. You can see when I pick select one, I can have all these messages go into any folder that I like. That's where it comes in handy to create just a new folder. You can see I have like Flipgrid responses and other stuff. So I can create special folders for emails to go into every time I receive one. That's creating an inbox rule that can really declutter your email. That helps a lot. If you have any requests for any type of email Outlook tutorial, please just email me and I'll make one.